moved to Brooklyn. Had a horrible first year, to be honest.
Why?
Dude, cultural shock. I was back in Miami. I was a big fish in a small pond when it came to my architecture school and my degree of understanding. And then all of a sudden, I'm put in this much larger ecosystem, which with players that are really good, right? Intellectual thinkers. It was tough, man. It was tough. I thought multiple times about just going back and quitting, and like transferring out just to like a smaller school or whatever. Ultimately, I decided to rough it out.
Why?
Some of it was a bit of a sunk cost fallacy. Like, I've already done a year here, might as well just continue.
A cost fallacy for time, or
for time, for money, for everything.
Okay,
right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Like, I had already invested 2 semesters there. Like, why am I going to quit
And it's
now?
expensive up in.
It was very expensive.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
But then ultimately, what happened was sort of one of my greatest redemption stories. Was that I made it my own. Like, I took it by the horns and I said, well, I don't like this and this and this and this and this.
Okay.
So I'm going to create something that I do like.
Gotcha.
Right. So what started off as a very rocky first year ended up in me and a really good friend of mine creating a student group for Latin American architects and architecture. And we curated an exhibit with over 50 architects from Latin America, which also culminated in a series of symposiums. And I made it my own, right? And it was, to me, the crowning jewel of my life thus far, right? To be able to hold a space at a prestigious institution of architecture, and call it my own experience,